I've been away for far too long, but now I'm on my way back home. I hear the west winds calling out my name. They're telling me to head your way, down your road and past your gates.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode. This week we head north of Perth to explore the insanely beautiful sand dunes at Lancelin. We take a trip to Mars as we walk through Pinnacles Desert before arriving at an epic camp, one you'll be certain to add to your bucket list. Enjoy.
Won't be long, I'm there before the setting sun.
So we just got our helmets, try them on to fit.
I don't know how to do it. You might have to do this up for me. This is fun.
So we went for the dual option. Given that neither of us have ridden one before, we thought it might be best. So. I just had my toe and that was so sick. I loved every second of that. So the dunes are so much fun to race around and really, really good. Jen's up next. We just stop for a quick 5-minute break, change over drivers, and then we'll get straight back into it again. I could highly recommend this, so good. What do you make of that as passenger?
It's pretty good, although he's a speed demon. Loves the speed trigger.
Mate, you just got to go full throttle, hammer and tongs.
This will be a nice, less intense ride for you, I think. Good. I prefer you driving, but it was good. I'm gonna get a face full so I can see it now.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, alright, it's going.
Okay, so we're back in the car. We just finished the quad bikes on the dunes and had a bit of a snowboard. Sandboard, sorry. Great fun. I absolutely loved it. It was a real adrenaline rush for me. So
it's funny because Matt was kind of the one being like, oh, we don't really need to do that, and I think he had the most fun. It was great.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what I thought it was going to be like anyway. It was awesome. For me, it was like a 10 out of 10. So.
Yeah, if you're a bit of an adrenaline junkie, it's definitely for you. I was really happy when I was sitting on the back and Matt was driving. I did have a go at driving, and it was fun. But I don't know, I'm just more of a passenger most of the time. But it was a really good time. It definitely, you could feel the adrenaline, like,
yeah, it was
pumping.
awesome. Just there actually sending it through the dunes. Where they stopped you though to change over, for, you had like a 5-minute break, but they stopped you on top of this like relatively tall sand dune. And then Jen, who was, you know, I dare say nervous to get on it anyway, had to then start coming down this dune.
Huge hill.
Oh, you smashed it. You did
Yeah.
great. And then we gave the sandboarding a few goes, but man, it's hard work, and it's middle of the day. It's midday exactly now, so the heat of the sun's right up there.
Yeah, and then you just get sticky and sandy, and it's
Yeah,
all
you
over.
get absolutely covered in it. Anyway, it's great fun though. Throw the prices in this video for that. Definitely worth checking out. Even if you don't come and do either of those activities, definitely come out here to Lancelin and check out the dunes. They're pretty spectacular. So, well, here's a story to tell. I just dropped the cap to our dunny in the dump point. Someone had to go and put their hand down the dump point. Now this far up my arm. You better believe I washed my arm good. You can laugh about it now. I was cursing out there, so yeah.
He shouted out, and I turned around, I was like, "What?" He's like, "It's a cap."
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Shit happens. So, pun not intended. Yeah. So you can do a 1.2 kilometre walking loop, basically around the Pinnacles. Or they've got a, is it 4K trek?
4K one-way loop that is 2-wheel drive, so you're still good if you don't have a 4-wheel drive.
We're going to actually opt for the driving route just because it's 30 something degrees right now. It's just stinking hot. So.
Note to self, do not do this on a 30-something degree day. It's hot. But it's beautiful, and Matt can't stop taking photos of the car.
She's also beautiful. Yeah.
This is just super cool. I feel like I'm on another planet. Maybe not Mars, but like
It's definitely a different
Jupiter or something. Like.
So we just finished up at the Pinnacles. It was awesome. Really
It's
cool.
great. The drive track is really cool.
You don't have to get out of your car, but it's really cool to be able to get out here and there, you know. Almost every corner that you turn, the Pinnacles are all different shapes, and some are really jagged and really vary, so
Yeah.
it's really cool. Very, very much worth the visit.
If you're on your way from Perth to say Jurien or anything like that, it's definitely worth just a little side trip. It's great.
Speaking of Jurien, that's where we're heading.
Yeah, so we're gonna go there for our sea lion tour tomorrow. If you guys were following along before, we did do the sea lion tour down in Port Lincoln, but it was very wishy-washy that day. It was bad, but bad weather, just like a washing machine. Yeah, it was terrible. You couldn't see anything. We were lucky enough to actually see some, but
Yeah.
it wasn't great visuals. The weather has been amazing all week. They had availability tomorrow, so we thought, you know what, let's just do it. And it wasn't that expensive. It was actually cheaper than the Port Lincoln one. We're gonna stay tonight at Sandy Cape Recreation Park if they have space. Hopefully they do, being a Thursday.
It's first come, first serve.
Yeah, you can't book it, so first come, first serve. Yeah, that's the plan.
So we just arrived at Sandy Cape Recreation Park. So a nice big campsite, this one, sort of right on the beachfront. We don't have a beachfront site, admittedly, but there's some literally just set back just behind the dune site. So yeah, there's about 70 odd sites here that you can snag. So yeah, pretty sure this time of year, just sort of coming out of peak season, you should be able to easily grab one. We had no dramas getting one. There was several spots up for grabs. You bring your dog on this site as well. The space is absolutely massive, so plenty of space for caravans and RVs and things like that too. If you do need to take a quick trip into Jurien Bay, you're not far, it's 20 minutes down the road, so nice and easy. We're gonna finish setting up the rest of camp and yeah, get settled in for the night. So. So just got back from our trip for the sea lion experience at Jurien Bay. Unfortunately, it was highly unsuccessful. Literally just fish, I think that's all I captured. So we saw a couple of sea lions playing around on the rocks, but absolutely zero interest at coming in the water. But anyway, that's nature for you. You can't win it all. So the good thing is the tour did say that because we didn't see any sea lions, you know, none ventured into the water, that basically we get an opportunity to redo the experience again. So that obviously all rides on whether or not we stay in the area long enough or not. Yeah, we'll just see. If we're here for another day or two, maybe we'll get the opportunity. Just coming down onto the beach anyway, just literally over the dunes from our campsite. Just going to spend a couple of hours down here. Beautiful weather. Well, this is the life. So camp just over the top of the sand dune, umbrellas set up, so got a bit of shade. It's beautiful. You can actually drive on the beach, but given that we're literally just over the dune, it seems a bit pointless to pack everything up to come down here. So yeah, not a bad spot, hey? Let's see what the water looks like. How good is this? So nice and clear, mate. Absolutely living the dream here. Well, we've had a pretty chilled day today, to be honest. Now we spent most of the day on the beach. Tomorrow morning we're packing up, and I believe the plan is to head north to Milligan Island, I think it's called. So tonight we are actually cooking on the floor because it's that windy. We had an accident the other night where the stove blew off the actual bench top. So we've given it a few nice dings and some war wounds, but still it looks used now at least. So yeah, but we decided best might as well just do it on the floor because it's the least windy. Okay, morning guys. So back on the road. We took off from camp this morning with the intention of heading to Milligan's camp. It was so bloody windy this morning that we figured it probably wasn't going to be too much different up the road. We weren't desperate to go to Milligan's, so kept going. We'll continue through towards Calbarry. We're here at Lucky Bay, and not the Lucky Bay you're probably thinking of. That's the one in Campground near Esperance. We're not there. We're in near Port Gregory, so yeah, much further up WA. Anyway, if you're wondering why I'm kneeled down by a bush, it's not because I'm squatting because I've just been to the toilet. It's because it's so bloody windy here. We'd hoped that driving up the coast by sort of 3 hours was going to be enough to, you know, escape some of the wind, but anyway, it looks like it's just windy here too. So yeah,
windy always.
Windy always, as I say. WA. See the shower cubicle.
Going nuts.
Yeah, that's going to be good fun tonight. It's a lovely spot, mind you. So the track-in is relatively corrugated, so there's some nasty ones in there. Some of it's not corrugated, some of it's fine, then other bits are pretty heavy. So when you actually get into the campsite itself, you'd probably just want to load your tyres in for comfort anyway. Otherwise you'd end up just shaking your car to absolute bits. So, yeah. We tried driving in, and then within sort of 2 minutes I said, right, Jen, I've got to pull over, this is ridiculous. So yeah, that's what we've done. The fly is a little bit bad here.
They're not horrendous, but you definitely need some fly spray.
Yeah, get yourself some Bushman's fly spray or equivalent of, and you'll be alright. We got here into camp at sort of 3:30, so nice and early. Heaps of camps available, which is good. It's on a first come first served basis. Only $15 a night, which is really good. So nice and cheap, that one. The sites are super separated from each other. It's super close to the Calbarry National Park, so it does mean you can go and venture on day trips to the park to do the skywalk and other things, so which is definitely what we're going to do. Booked in for 2 days at the moment. I can see us probably extending that a couple of days, depending on what this wind situation does. So yeah. Okay, good morning guys. Oh dear, we had a rough night's sleep. That's probably putting it lightly actually. So yeah, the wind was absolutely howling last night. I woke up at like 12:30 in the morning, and I don't think I got back to sleep till I think it was probably like 4 AM. The wind just was roaring through, tents flapping around. It was not a good night's sleep. Anyway, it happens. It's all part of the fun, I guess. So we've paid for one more night here. Today it's actually looking to reach like gale force winds come about 5 p.m. So it's going to be worse than last night. And we both sort of just said, oh, I'm not sure if we want to put ourselves through another sleepless night. I think we probably will cut our losses and we'll head somewhere inland to one of these free camps that I found on Wiki Camps, about an hour's drive from here. So it still puts us pretty close to Cow Barrier, which is good because that's where we want to be. So we can still get out and do some stuff. Just a shame because this would be a lovely camp, but oh mate, when the wind is just blowing through camp, it's just, yeah, you can't do anything about it, and it's, I'll be honest, just put you in a shit mood. So yeah, we'll see where we end up. We've had enough of the wind. It is absolutely doing our head in, isn't it?
It just makes you so angry.
It does.
Like, it just works you up to the point where you're like, why am I even road tripping at this point? Like,
man.
Why do I like the outdoors? Because it doesn't like me. Yeah, there's a bush camp, like a bush free camp that we were looking at, so we might go there.
Yeah, cut our losses and move on. It's one of those things, it's the wind, you can't control it. You can do your best with everything else, but the weather.
And you can't hold yourself to your decisions. I think that's one thing we've learned is, like, you know, if you make a bad call and it is windy, let's just move on. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You know, we paid for 2 nights, we've stayed 1, cut our losses because tonight is not worth $15 to, you know, move on to somewhere else.
Absolutely. Yeah.